Hey everyone, it's Tobes, and welcome to your second monitor. Today we're going to do another quick draft of Edge of Eternities. I think this is a really great format. I love the set, I love the art, I love the way it plays, just how cool it is, Magic's idea of how space looks. The Dawnspire looks so great here. I have a commander deck of Dawnspire on my channel, deck tech for it. If you want to take a look at it, you'll see a link in the description for all of my Edge of Eternities commander decks. So before we get into this, let's go over our limited archetypes for Edge of Eternities like we usually do. So we have Azorius Second Spell, same thing from Tarkir Dragonstorm. We've got a control deck in Dimir, which artifact-based, makes sense, there's a lot of artifacts in the deck. Rakdos Void, so we want to get things off of the battlefield, seems like fun. We've got Gruul, Landers, and Landfall. I also did a Midweek Magic deck of just Edge of Eternities cards based around this. That was pretty good. Check it out on my channel. Selesnya Counters, classic, good times. Orzhov Go Wide. I think this one works pretty well. I've already done a quick draft where I drafted Orzhov, however you pronounce it. Let me know in the comments. Izzet Artifact Aggro. That seems like a lot of fun. I'd love to be able to play that. We've got Golgari Graveyard. Yeah, we've seen it before, but it's good. This is really neat to me. Boros Space Stations. I like being able to have our creatures tapped and then get stuff for it. And of course, sometimes what we get is a spacecraft in the air. And then Simic Ramp, because we like playing Simic and we like ramping. So yeah. Let's get into the draft. All right. We're going to start things off with, hey, it's Servandum Sunstar Exemplar. I built a commander deck out of this guy, and it is pretty neat, if I do say so myself. Since the last time I drafted this, I did an Orzhov deck based around the uncommon Servandum. I'm not going to pick this guy this time, but he's a lot of fun. So let's see what else we've got in our uncommons. We've got a Wedgelight Rammer, 4 mana, possibly a 3/4 when we station it up to 9, but it comes in with a robot, so it can station itself a little bit. Faller's Faithful is when this creature enters, destroy up to one target creature, and its controller draws 2 cards unless it was dealt damage this turn. So it's a little bit of a you are already dead. Full Bore. Oh, that's pretty cool though, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. 2 and a black for just murder, but they get to draw 2 cards if it hasn't taken damage yet, and we get a 3/1 body either way. That's neat. And then Full Bore is a cool combat trick. So I'm not excited about really any of these ones. What else is fun here? I like Divert Disaster. I've played a lot with this Pangolin. Fungal Colossus is kind of weird. I haven't played with this Red Tiger Mechan yet. Let's go ahead and take that. Who knows if we'll be in red. Oh, the Sarima, which I think should be pronounced the Sariema, but the Sarima is very cool. We would need to be all about legendary creatures. I don't think we're going to commit to that, but we're going to do what we like to do, which is pick something on the first pack and then commit to 2 colors on the second pack. Menon, Uthros Exile. We're going to take it. I also have a commander deck built for the mono blue rare version of Menon, so check that out as well. All right. We're not necessarily going to be in Izzet, but we're going to take a look at it. So we can get this Mechan Assembler, which is a good option for Menon, because of course what Menon does is put 1/1 counters on all of our stuff when we have Artifact Fall. And Mechan Assembler is a 4 mana, or it's a 5 mana 4/4 with Artifact Fall, make a robot once per turn. We've also got the Selfcraft Mechan, which is pretty good. I think this is a pretty good option. Let's do this. Although we could all Fate Scroll. Yeah, let's do the Mechan. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. All right. Weftstalker Ardent would be really great for this deck because it also cares about Artifact Fall. We've got Desculpting Blast. Bounces something. Maybe we get a drone, which is Artifact Fall. I like Interaction as much as I like the Ardent. Let's take the uncommon first. We might be able to see some more of those Ardents coming around. Ooh, a second Menon. I don't mind. All right, we have another Red Tiger Mechan, which might be worth doing. Cloud Sculpt Technician. Could be a 2/4 flyer, that seems good. And Yeah, mental modulation, a little bit of interaction and card draw. Let's take this Cloud Sculpt Technician so we can stay in the sky. Alright. We have a Null. Probably good for this deck. Mech and Shield Mate is the usual, like, 3-power defender for 1 and a blue, but sometimes it can attack. I think that's probably what our choice will be, but this Light Jammer is also cool. We're going to take the Shield Mate, though. I think more creatures is probably better for us. So Remnant Elemental isn't doing much for us, so we're going to resort to the dog. I don't typically take colorless artifact creatures when I'm drafting, but this dog is a good dog. Alright, we have the Pangolin. We'll take the Pangolin because it is also an artifact. We have... we could take the Turbo Drone, perhaps. Target creature gets +1/+1 in haste. It is an artifact. Or we could take another one of these Cloud Sculpt Technicians. I think I value my evasion a little bit more than my haste. We've got a Divert Disaster. I think that that's good interaction. And these are not our colors. And the Sky Warden is our colors. We may not run... I'm going to put it off to the side for now. Let's see. Oh, wow. Green Sun Zenith and Terra Symbiosis. Neither of which are our colors, of course, but very cool. So what is in our colors? Well, we've got the Cloud Sculpt Technician. We can get a third one of those. I don't think we need that. We've got Terra Pact Intimidator, which could come in as a 4/3, or it comes in and double triggers our Artifact Fall with the Lander tokens. Wormwall Sweeper can also get us Artifact Fall, but it's just a little Wind Drake after it surveils too if we station it up. We can also do the thing, I don't know if you know this, but if you're on PC, you can hold down Alt and it'll show you how many of each card you already have in your collection. So we could just take some rares just to fill out our collection, since there's nothing else in this pack that we're really excited about. I think if you're on Mac, you have to hold down the Apple key, the Command key. I think Green Sun Zenith is very cool, but I'm probably going to build with the Terra Symbiosis, so we're going to take that, put it over here, build out our collection. Ooh, Weapons Manufacturing. A great way to double trigger things. Plus we have this Cut Propulsion. It's a way to kill something. Another Mech and Shield Mate, another Divert Disaster, and the Zookeeper Mechan, which is Ramp. I think we're going to go for the rare, though. Weapons Manufacturing is a cool card. How many copies of it do I have? I have 4 copies of it, which is too bad, but really good in this deck. The only time you ever draft for value is if the value is unbelievable, which it never is on Arena, because the most it could possibly be is a rare or mythic wild card, of which you're going to have plenty. Or if it's going to play into your deck very well, like Weapons Manufacturing will. Doesn't matter how many copies of it I have. The value you get out of winning more matches, winning more games, is much better than whatever it might cost, either in paper or on Arena, unless, of course, like I mentioned, the value is absolutely absurd. If you are drafting OTJ right now, I think Bristly Bill is worth like $70. So draft Bristly Bill, even if you're in like Rakdos. Everyone knows about what happens if you open a foil Tarmogoyf. So, but other than that, play to your draft. You're going to have a lot more fun, and it's going to do better for you. So we have the Light Jammer that we talked about before. Might be nice as a protection spell. We've got this Nebula Dragon, which is not in our archetype really, but it is a dragon. Dragons don't hurt. But we also have this Melded Moxite, which I don't know if we'll run it, but it seems good. Let's do it. Next we have Steel Swarm Operator, which is more ramp for us for artifacts, and it flies. Cryogen Relic is a good card. Ruinous Rampage, pretty dangerous. Slag Drill Scrapper, this is a good pack for us. I want to take this Relic, but how are we doing on creatures? We're okay. We're halfway through pack 2. Or not even halfway through pack 2. I want to take the Relic. We'll find more creatures. Ooh, the Scan Ship. This card is good. Becomes an Angel. 4/4 flyer, I like that. We don't need the Survey Mechan, even though it is a cool card. We've seen other Mental Modulation. Drill Too Deep is pretty good. I think we're going to take the Scan Ship. Seems nice. Alright, we've got this Self-Craft Mechan, which we already have one of. I think we want to take this Slag Drill Scrapper so we have some 1-drops, or at least one 1-drop. We've got the Pinnacle Kill Ship, which we could go for if we're going to shoot the moon. We've got more interaction, which we don't have a whole lot of interaction right now, though the Kill Ship is cool. And a lot of the times in this format, you can get up to 7 mana pretty reliably. Maybe I want to do that. Yeah. All right, we got another dog, we got another Cellcraft Mechan, we've got this Light Jammer. I think it's time to take the Jammer. We're not really interested in the Sky Warden. All right, another Cloud Sculpt Technician. We could just fill up our 3-drop slot with these flyers that are probably 2/4s for us. We may not run all of them. This is in our colors, so we'll see if we want it. A second one of it. Another Light Jammer, also in our colors. We're going to put it over here because we're not likely to run 2. Ruinous Rampage. I don't know if we're going to run this, but we'll put it right here for now. And then Mental Modulation. Again, who knows? All right, Arch Enemy's Charm and Scavenger Grounds. Very cool. Wow. These Stellar Sights arts are so amazing. Looks so great. And I love that they have this serpent skeleton on it, just like in the original Scavenger Grounds art. And then, of course, Arch Enemy's Charm is so beautiful. All right, let's see what we can actually take, though. We've got a few options. Plasma Bolt is removal. Divert Disaster is also removal. Lost in Space is also removal. And we've got a Steel Swarm Operator, which we already have one of. And we've got plenty of things in our 2-drop slot. Do we take Lost in Space, which is a very good removal spell, or do we take Divert Disaster, which might give us Artifact Fall? I think another Divert Disaster is probably not what we're going to run. We're going to run one of them. So I know you get a lot more in terms of consistency if you take multiples of the same thing. It's limited. Play more cards that are cool. So we've got Mechanozoa. We can tap. This is a little bit of removal in a way. And we've got Orbital Plunge, which is also removal, and the Mechan Zookeeper, which I would like one of, but I'm interested in this Mechanozoa. It is an artifact after all. Ooh, another Scan Ship. We've got another Red Tiger Mechan. Everything in this that is in our colors other than Memorial Team Leader, we already have. So what helps our curve best? None of them really. Let's take another Self-Craft Mechan, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure about the spacecraft too much. Cerebral Downglode. 5-mana draw spell. I think it's probably good. And we do have all these other red and blue cards except for Rig for War, which I'm not that excited about. So we may not run it, but here it is. Another Discall. Ooh, a third Nemen. Or Menon? Menon, yeah. That's funny. Alright, we've got Cryo Shatter if we want. We've got another Melted Moxite. Another Mechan Shieldmate. Let's take Cryo Shatter. 1 mana removal is good. Ooh, Atomic Microsizer. This is the one. Okay, equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever it attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. That creature can't be blocked and has base power and toughness 1/1. So it either turns their thing into a 1/1 or it makes our creature unblockable as a 1/1. Either way is good. Nothing in here is better than that, other than maybe Systems Override. That definitely turns the tide in this format. But this is an artifact. So we're going to try and microsize our way into this. Okay, we have a Lost in Space, which we did take one of already. We've already taken a Mechanozoa as well. I don't think we want to run another Slag Girl Scrapper. Let's take this Command Bridge. You never know. All right. Well, another Pangolin, another Operator. Let's take the Operator. It can tap for mana, which maybe we want. The only thing in our colors cares about 2 second spells, so let's take this Nutrient Block. All right, we can take another Red Tiger Mechan and another Cloud Sculpt Technician, which we certainly won't run. And then another Red Tiger. Okay. All right, we have drafted a red and blue deck. Let's separate out our creatures. We are currently looking at 19 creatures, so we should probably cut about 4 of them, maybe just 3. I think we don't need this many Red Tiger Mechans. Or this many Cloud Sculpt Technicians, good grief. Although those are 3 drops rather. Mechanozoa, this is actually pretty nice looking. I am not 100% on these double shield mates, so we'll cut one of those for now. Now let's look at our non-creature spells. So Cerebral Download doesn't excite me, neither does Ruinous Rampage. We have a few good things down here. I'm not that interested in Mental Modulation because it's not artifact related. Cryo Shatter is good though. Nutrient Block is just an artifact for us. If we're going aggro, is it worth maybe running one of these ones again? Maybe a third one of these and cutting one of our more expensive things? We've got this scan ship. The scan ship is good later in the game. Let's cut a Mechan. And we'll look at our creatures again. Which is funny that they sort it this way because they are sorting the scan ship and the kill ship up here into the creatures section, but they are definitely not creatures. So we're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 creatures. Not counting those ships, which they've put up there. It's kind of weird. Feels like we have a lot going on up here. I might take this scan ship out, although it does draw us cards. Mechanozoa, are you worth it? You are a 5/5 for 6 that we can stun something with for 3 earlier on. Do we get rid of the kill ship? The kill ship is good removal. What do we have in terms of removal? Lost in Space, Desculpting Blast, Divert Disaster. Melted Moxite isn't giving us removal, so let's get rid of it. What's our color balance right now? Really blue. Let's cut only blue spells from now on. Divert Disaster is good early game, but not late. Sculpting Blast, I think, is good, and it possibly gives us Artifact Fall. Do we drop Divert Disaster? No. Cryo Shatter is just a good spell, but Lost in Space is better, but how much do we need in our 1-drop slot? Is this Microsizer worth it? I think we get rid of it. And we're down to 15 creatures, so we've got to cut 3 more non-creatures. I say we drop the scan ship, just to help our curve a little bit. And then let me know in the comments what you think is the best last card for us to cut, our 41st card. I'm going to do this Light Jammer, even though I want more artifacts. How many artifacts do we have total in here? We're running 13 out of our 23 cards. So maybe we... Alright. Weapons Manufacturing makes artifacts for us, even though it's not an artifact. Yeah, Divert Disaster can make an artifact. Desculpting Blast can make an artifact. Cryo Shatter doesn't make an artifact. Everything else, other than Lost in Space and Cryo... Yeah. I think Lost in Space is better for us to run. And I think everything up here, other than Minin itself, is an artifact. I guess Cloud Sculpt Technician is not. We don't have to run 3 of those, but having 6 3-drops and they're all the same kind of thing, I think it's probably okay. Let's drop Cryo Shatter, as good as it is. Better than Cryogen Relic? Maybe not. So we'll put Minin as the face of our deck, and we'll run it like that. Let's get into it. Okay. This is going to be game 1. Ooh. I'm not a Final Fantasy guy, but a lot going on there. Okay. This gives us the ability to play on our curve. I think we're into it. Starting with a red 1-drop. When our opponent is ready. There we go. And they've got nice Ajani art. Is this from Foundations? Maybe. Okay. Well, we'll play our island, and we'll try and get in for one. And we can always light jammer to surprise them and give us a 2/4. If they want to remove it, even better. Oh, interesting. So they just draw. We will go ahead and play our light jammer. And attack. We'll play this Cloud Sculpt Technician. So now they have to remove both of our other permanents, non-land permanents that have been on the battlefields already in order to debuff the Technician. What will they go after? They're going to just Cryogen Relic to tap down the Scrapper? That's okay with me. Alright, tapped down. And they have anything else? Nope. Alright. Then we're going to self-craft Mechan. We're going to blow up our artifact. Unless they have a null? They do. There it is. Okay. That's fine with me. Because if we draw a land next turn, we can play the Chrome Companion and the Cloud Sculpt Technician. And we'll be doing fine. Couple of 2/4s, one in the air. I think that's a fine start to the game. But who knows what they're going to do. They're also in red and blue. You've got a little more interaction with us than us, at least early on. Just cycling that. Okay. And they got a turbo drone. It's a 2/3. All right. Well, we're going to get in with our Cloud Sculpt Technician. Play an additional Cloud Sculpt Technician. And play a dog. Just flood the board with stuff they've got to deal with. They get themselves a spacecraft. And they can station it if they want us to be able to attack a lot. Ooh, Microsizer. They can equip the Microsizer. If they want. To give them a... It's a 3/3. We can block a 3/3 with whatever we feel like, yeah. Alright, we fly in. We go to 9, we play Menon, and we're going to pass the turn and just hold up mana to either use the Slag Drill Scrapper and sacrifice our equipment to draw a card, or we can use our dog and eat something out of their graveyard, put it on the bottom of their graveyard, or bottom of the library rather, and draw a card. I think we're doing okay so far. We're going to see what they have to say about it. What will they choose? Make Menon small? Because I am fine with that. I'm going to let them just do the damage to us. They've got to have some kind of trick here. They've got 3 cards in hand and 6 open mana. Litho Breaking. Each creature. That's rough. We should have used our Chrome Companion before that. Kills 2 of our creatures. Oh, we can do it right now. With that trigger on the stack. Let's go ahead and put this this island on the bottom of their library and gain a life. If we're going to lose our dog anyway. That's fine with me. And they have... Ooh, okay. Really going after us. Well, we can Nutrient Block. And attack for 4. And eat our snack. We draw a card, gain a little life. We've got a mountain, but they don't need to know that. We're moving right along. Kind of relying on our aggressive plan to get us through this. I keep looking in their graveyard. Oh, okay. Pulling their Cryogen Relic back out, which lets them put it into play right now, but they can't actually... They got a nutrient block too. They play the block. Maybe eat it, so they go back up to 8. Draw a card, sounds good. And they attack with their drone, perhaps? Maybe not. No. Okay. We can Desculpting Blast their drone if we really want to. We don't really want to. We're going to play this Mountain. We're going to play the Cloud, or attack with the Cloud Sculpt Technician. And just pass the turn. We can equip the Jammer next time if we want to. We can also Desculpting Blast them. And we can also use the Slag Drill Scrapper to eat the Jammer, the Light Jammer, and draw another card. Which maybe is what we want to do. Yep, they're going to draw 2 here because they're going to use the Cryogen Relic, presumably, to stun our Technician. Yep, looks like. Oh, maybe not. They've got a minion of their own. Melted Moxite? That seems good. However, it's not as good if they don't have minion on the battlefield. Now, will they discard minion? Or are they going to discard the other thing? They had something else in hand and it was rigged for war. Okay. They drew land and something else. Slide Drill Scrapper. To eat our... No, we're not going to eat the Light Jammer. We're going to eat a Mountain. Go down to 5 available mana. Ooh, Lost in Space. Very nice. Huh. Let's attack in the air. I think Slow and Steady wins this race. I would like to play the Cloud Sculpt Technician, but I would like to Lost in Space their minion even more. They play a Pangolin, but we're going to Lost in Space their minion, so they don't have a flyer. The wise move would be to Cryogen Relic. Ooh, Weapons Manufacturing. It's not terrific for us right now. We're trying to close this out, so we'll put it down in the graveyard, but that's okay. They're going to Cryogen Relic our Cloud Sculpt Technician to slow us down. That makes sense. They'll draw themselves a card. And it's minion. They can't cast it. Pass to us. Mechanizoa. Well, we can't Mechanizoa right now, but we can Cloud Sculpt Technician at least. I mean, we could warp this out, but we can't do that and Cloud Sculpt Technician, and we want to get more things in our sky. So we're going to pass the turn. My thinking is we can Slag Drill Scrapper to eat our Light Jammer at last, draw a card, maybe that'll put us at 6 lands available. And we can use the Mechanizoa to tap down Minion, rather. And when we do that, we can swing in the air for lethal. Ooh, they cracked their lander. Okay. Alright, will they attack? I assume not. Alright. Slag Drill. It's your time to shine, buddy. Eat this artifact. That doesn't help us. Except it does. Cryogen Relic. Comes in, we draw. Doesn't matter what we draw. We can only put a stun counter on something that's already tapped. Unfortunate. We can, however, get our Mechanozoa warped in. Hit Menon. Get in the air. And that should be game. Alright, there we go. Good game, Okunimi. Alright. Feels good to play Izzet with an artifact theme. Feels good to play Izzet aggressively. Red-blue is my favorite two-color combination in Magic. It's not what I play most by any stretch, but I really enjoy it. Oh, okay, we're going right back in. This is game 2. Hey, it's Slimefoot and all his little Slimefooty friends. Alright. We're sitting on just 2 mana with no red. I don't love it, but we can nutrient block our way into an extra draw. We're going to try it. Alright. Well, at least we've got 3 mana available to us, so we can Cloud Sculpt if we want to. They've got a flyer. But what if we too have a flyer? Oh, it's another Izzet mirror match. But these are Bloomburrow lands. Okay. Alright, opponent, what do you got? All Fate Scroll, cool, little ramp. Will they offer the trade? They will not. Will we? Because this taps for mana. Let's do this. This may be a little bit much for what we're trying to do here, but we're trying to be aggressive. So we're going to warp in the Mechanozoa, tap down their Steel Swarm Operator, and put a stun counter on it. Then we're going to attack. Mechanozoa goes to exile. Let's see what they have for their 4-drop. 5-drop, maybe, because of the All Fate Scroll. They've got a Selfcraft Mechan. So are they going to eat their scroll or their operator? Their scroll, okay. Operator becomes a little bigger. Draw a card, sounds good. We're going to play a mountain, and we're going to do the same thing, I think. Makes good sense. We're going to eat our nutrient block, which will let us do a couple of things. We're going to draw 2 cards, make our operator a little bigger, get a Chrome Companion in our hand, that's okay, and we're going to swing in. So far, the race is on. We're doing all right. Yep. They've got a little more ramp, even. But we can get this Mechanozoa out. Tap down their Mechan. So we attack with our Mechan. Do they block their Zookeeper Mechan? No. But now they have like 7 mana for artifacts. So let's see what they do. 8. You've got their Cloud Sculpt Technician. We have 2 of those in hand. Seems pretty good. It's ridiculous. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw this 5/5 at them. See what they do about it. Nothing. We're going to play our own Cloud Sculpt Technician. And a second Cloud Sculpt Technician. And pass the turn. Alright, I know they've got some kind of big haymaker coming up. They've got a Mechanozoa of their own. Okay. Tap down ours, maybe? Tap down one of our technicians? We'll see. Yeah, that makes sense. But they can't really attack. They don't have any attacks. We can play our kill ship, though. And I think we will. Drop their Mechanozoa. We're going to attack with both of our Cloud Sculpts. They can block both, but it will cost them an operator. Okay, they don't block one of them. And we'll go ahead and station for 3. We need to get 4 more, which we can easily get next turn with the Mechanozoa, and then we'll have a 7/7 flyer. They've got a whale. Ooh, more flying. I like our opponent's deck. It's very similar to ours, of course, but there's nothing wrong with that. So we need to get this up to 7. So we can warp this Mechan in and immediately station. We can play our dog and station some more. We can attack, 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 attack. They've got to block the kill ship. Oh, double blocking. Okay. Maybe not. That makes sense. Eat one of our... Oh! Eat both of our Cloud Sculpts. That's fine. Yeah, we can't do much about that, but we have another Cloud Sculpt in hand, so it doesn't really matter. And then we'll pass the turn. They've got a Tezzeret. Wow, that's a sweet, sweet pull. What do they find? Is it a nutrient block? Oh, nothing. Okay. And good game, Ictovian. That really was fun. I know we just got done with an Izzet mirror match, but it was a good time. Okay. Ooh, Splash Portal. Alright. Once more into the breach. This is a very good tip. If you don't know this, if there are at least 3 or 4 cards and it starts to list a number in a little box next to them, if you click that number, it selects the whole stack. You don't have to click every card individually. I think it's if there are 4 or more. All right, this is game 3. And we have... It's not ideal, but we can sure do it. I think we're gonna Mountain, Chrome Companion, Command Bridge, tap the Companion. It does come in tapped, and then we can Pangolin, maybe Red Tiger Mechan. They've got a Zookeeper Mechan, that's good. We will Command Bridge, tap the dog, gain a life. Red Tiger Mechan to have a little bit of aggro. They won't block it, I'm sure. Take 3, we lose our Mechan for a moment. Do we want to get Menon into play? Ooh. Vanilla 5/5, essentially. Alright, let's play Menon. Ooh, they get rid of Menon. Okay, seems reasonable. I think we're going to Disculpting Blast the Colossus when we get a chance to, which we cannot yet. That's a nutrient block. Much though I would like to play that, I think right now we just Pangolin and we pass the turn. Alright, they attack with Colossus, of course. We're going to block with the dog, see if they do anything. We'll Disculpting Blast to bounce the Colossus. They'll probably replay it, but that's a time walk for them, essentially. Too bad we can't pay for that. They replay it. Sounds good. We have another Minion. We have our Nutrient Block, which we will drop, get our triggers, put it on our drone, and swing on in. A little bit of aggro, just a little bit every time. Oh, they have a Tennock. Is this a Raging Ravine? Neat. Okay, we're gonna get pinged pretty soon. I think I can take another 5 and I'll be okay with that. Alright, we got an island. Let's play the island. Let's play this Self-Craft Mechan and eat our Nutrient Block. Eat our Nutrient Block? I think so. We're gonna put this on Minion themselves. We will pay for this, just to get a little bit more power on the battlefield, and let's eat this Nutrient Block. We'll draw a card off of it, and another card off of the Self-Craft Mechan. We'll do this. Okay, we've got another Self-Craft Mechan and a Cloud Sculpt Technician. So doing stuff in the air is helpful to us so far. Let's just keep doing it. And now, if they attack us with the Colossus, we can double block with the Pangolin and the Mechan, and we eat their Colossus. Yep, they go after Minion again. Makes sense. Sure would like a little bit more land. We've got a Death Toucher. That's annoying, but we can deal with it. Fungal Colossus. Do we 2 for 1? I think we probably do. Oh, Tennock as well, huh? Do we just take the 5? I'm gonna risk it. We're playing a risky game. We can counter one of their things if we so choose. We'll play this Cloud Sculpt Technician just to have it. We will attack with our drone since it can't block anyway. And we have Divert Disaster to quench them. Right now they've got 6 mana. So if they play, perfect. It's something. No attack? Okay. Works for me. We're going to play this mountain. We're going to get in. We're going to activate the dog. And we'll put Sammy's Curiosity on the bottom of their library. Gain a little life, just in case. We'll play the Self-Craft Mechan again. And we'll eat the dog in order to keep pumping up our drone. Ooh, and a shield mate. So we can double spell next turn if we really want to. Lash Whip Predator, a Reacher. That may be the end of us. If it is, that's too bad, but it's very big. And they cracked their lander token. So maybe that Sammy's Curiosity is shuffled in somewhere they can use it. Yes, we are going to block that with our Pangolin because we can't just keep taking 2. Especially when we can play what else is in our hand. and just have it in play. So we're okay against attacks right now. Unless they have some kind of trumpet blast, which I think the only trumpet blast is in white in this set. Pull through the weft. What? I feel like that's cheating. Yeah. Gruel Landfall may just have us here. I think it does, in fact. We're going to pass the turn. I don't remember what this dragon does. 3 damage to any target. That's us, basically. And it doesn't have haste, does it? No. But we're at 2. Oh, we're not yet at 2. But we don't have a good set of blocks to make anymore, I think. Raging Ravine animates for 4. They block with their, they attack with their 5/5, so we just trade a 3/4 for a 5/5. Unless, of course, they had... Okay, they did not have a 1 red combat trick. And we're drawing all of our lands, so we just pass the turn. I mean, we can block them. Even if they kill our Cloud Sculpt Technician before combat, we can block. Or no, I guess we don't live anymore with the Tannic trigger. They're going to Zookeeper Mechan? Oh no, they're going to Raging Ravine. Yeah, that makes sense. So now we can only make bad blocks, essentially. And take 2 at best. 2? 1 maybe, if we want to go a little harder on it. Broodguard Elite. Right. It's a 4/4. I don't love it. They'll eat our Cellcraft Mechan. Which means we're going to use the Red Tiger Mechan instead. Eat our Tiger. It's fine with me. We don't have anything we can do to get out of this, I don't think. Especially with the Broodguard Elite leaving and leaving its counters behind. Yeah. Put it on the dragon, maybe? Put it on the, yeah, Mechan. Spread it around. Alright, well, we've got a flyer in the... that we're able to block with, at least. So we're not dead right this moment. But I bet they're going to replay this Broodguard Elite as big as they can. And there's really nothing we can do to stop this. Oh, okay, this thing. They have the mana to activate it next turn. We're just hanging on, but I think we're just prolonging the inevitable. Yep. They're playing it real slow. Okay. This has hexproof. We can't even Mechanizoa it down. And they've got 6 creatures and we'll have 4, so there's not really much we can do here. We can at least lock down that dragon for the time being. And just pretend that we have outs. We do not. They do a lot of considering, though. Drill too deep, kills our Mechanizoa. They've got 5 attackers. We can take 3 and not die, but I think it's over for us. If they would like to swing in. Broodguard Elite doesn't have an activated ability, so just attack with that, maybe? They're playing it very carefully. They know we have no cards in hand. Yeah, we're just going to good game them. And concede. it was a good game. BR123. Little anticlimactic, but sometimes that's how it goes. And for them, of course, a win is a win. I mean, it is for us as well, but we did not get one this time. All right, we're 2-1. Nothing wrong with that. I always say in these events, because you play until you win 7 or lose 3, I think if you get 3 wins and then lose, you got just as many wins as you got losses. So to me, that's like, I'm satisfied playing anything because I love Magic, but that's what leaves me satisfied, as long as I get 3 wins. Okay, here we go. Game 4. Ooh, we're against a gold-ranked opponent. We are not gold-ranked. This is fine. We might be able to get something out of this. Worst case scenario, turn 3, we nutrient block. We crack the nutrient block, that is. And hopefully draw into a land if we haven't drawn it in the next 2 turns. Alright, they got their tapper. Alright, we've got our lands now, so we can get our Cloud Sculpts out without having to crack our block and eat our delicious bland, dense, or vanilla flavored thing. We will not trade with Starport Security. Oh, that's very interesting. I think, let's get our Technician out first. I am willing to trade here, because that means they can 1 and white to tap things down now, but at least they don't get to put their counter on something even better than their 1/1. Exosuit Savior. So they don't want to bounce their Starport Security, so they just don't, presumably. Oh, they bounce a land. That's cool. Divert Disaster is really interesting, but I think I would rather go to combat, get in, see if they'll let me. Let's play Weapons Manufacturing, because this might really help us as we go. And we haven't gotten to play it yet in this draft. So they've got a good 3-drop. Okay, yeah, this thing. So we go to 16, and they will go back up to 20. In step, it seems good. We'll play a mountain. We will attack. And we'll play another Cloud Sculpt. Now, it might be the case that they use their mana to tap down our new Cloud Sculpt and get in for 5. That's not a bad use of their mana. But instead, Sunstar Expansionist. Unless maybe they have another land in play, or a land in their hand, so they can do both, yeah. Oh, no, they just cracked their lander. Sure. Suits me. They attack with multiple things? Yep. Make us choose. Right, good. We're gonna block your flyer, because that's more annoying to me. Alright. Do we Lost in Space, or do we hold up Divert Disaster? I think we hold up Divert Disaster. We'll play this 1/1. Block, maybe we go to 8. That's okay if we do. Because they are going to go... We'll just do the 1. Just a little bit. A little conservative, but we're going to hold up Divert Disaster. Sunstar Expansionist just itself gets bigger whenever they make landfall. So they are Boros. And they've got 5 mana available to them. So if they play something that's... Okay, they've got 6. So if they play something that's worth 5 or 6 mana, we can Divert Disaster and counter it. That's Melted Bauxite. That's fine. Get something out of their hand. Yes, they can crack it for a robot later, but now if they play something else that is 3 or 4 mana, we can counter it. And it's whatever they've set themselves up for. And hopefully one of the 2 things they drew was a land, so it's not action. we're going to do it, even though they pay the 2, we get a lander token. We might be able to use that lander token. And they get to keep their 1/1. If you don't attack with the starport security as well, then I do this and you don't gain any life, because you won't end the turn with 2 creatures that are tapped. Alright. I am at 8, it's true. I have 5 mana, so I can't really crack my nutrient block yet. I can, actually. I have my Steel Swarm operator. I think I'm just going to pass. I can either use my mana to Lost in Space and then crack the nutrient block, or crack the lander. Sure would be nice to draw one of my 4 or 5 mana cards that lets me sacrifice an artifact, or draw Menon and then play some artifacts in weapons manufacturing to get a lot of counters from it. Landseeker. So they make a lander. They have to use it before the end of their next turn, or it just goes away. Does it get sacrificed? Yeah. They've got... Alright. We're going. Okay. I think we do the lander. Get ourselves another red source, just to even it out. And do the nutrient block to draw a card, and give us a little bit more breathing room for our life total. Well, it's land, but that's okay. 2 kinds of land. We're gonna pass. Hold up Lost in Space, maybe for their Landseeker. That would be okay. This is not... We're a little bit on the back foot here, but I wouldn't count us out just yet. We're doing fine. Just makes them a tapped robot, huh? Ooh. Okay. So this O-rings one of our things. One of our creatures. It's true. But we can Lost in Space that to have a surprise blocker. Get their Night Luminary back, yep. I recognize we're going to lose something to the All-Fate Stalker again, but we've got to make good choices. Maybe the Surveil will help us. Surveil into something good. That won't help us right now. We are good on mana. I think we take out the Flight Deck Coordinator because we lose nothing. They can't gain any life. We do go down by 7. It's a lot, but we weren't going to block the Cav Landseeker anyway. Okay, here's Menon. It's something. It's not great. It's a little late, but it's okay. So did they play their All-Fate Stalker and get rid of Menon? Or one of the Cloud Sculpt Technicians, maybe? Do we just lose here? I think we're just dead. Yeah, they attack with everything, and we lose. Yeah, good game. Right, and here's why. Because we block with 2 things, and then we block with 1 more, and that's still 4 damage. All right. Well, good game, Azure UZ. Azure UZ. Azure UZ? Okay, as I mentioned, as long as we can get 3 wins, we're feeling okay about ourselves. But this may be our last game. We may lose this next one. And if so, that's okay. If we don't play Magic, To get a lot of wins, we play Magic to have a lot of fun. And I've been having fun. Alright, here is game 5. Oh, super friends, hello. I will be your super friend. Or maybe your regular friend, either way. We can get out Nutrient Block turn 1, we can Cloud Sculpt on turn 3, I'm fine with this. It may be a little slow, but it's okay. We are on the draw, so we might get something else that we can play a little early. That's fine. We might draw our 1 mana red card. Oh, they go to 5. Hull Carver, okay. They must have a very aggressive deck if they feel... I mean, maybe they just got unlucky for their first 2. They're playing quick, though. Feel like they might have it. We're drawing a lot of land. So we pass. The Evangel, when you sacrifice another creature or artifact, put a 1/1 counter on it. We can take 3, it's fine. Do they just pass? They play Faller's Faithful. Just as a 3/1. Oh no, just to draw 2 cards. I didn't even think about them using it on their own creature. That's crazy. I think we eat this Nutrient Block just to slow them down. Even though it makes our Cloud Sculpt Technician not as good. But we're getting land off the top of our... Well, we're getting some of the land off the top of our library. We'll play our Cloud Sculpt Technician. We can at least block their Faller's Faithful if they don't have a removal spell. And if they do, we would have lost whatever we had. We would have lost our Technician even if we hadn't cracked the block. Hull Carver's back. Okay, stopped their attack. That's okay with me. We're going to play more islands and draw a card. The Technician can now kill their Evangel. Wow, we're getting all of our lands. It's impressive. They don't attack. They do attack. Okay, we stop here. That's all right with me. If you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you may discard your hand if you do draw 2 cards. Wow, this is an aggressive deck. Let's slow down their Lightless Evangel, because it does a little bit more damage. Draws us another card by doing this. We can get another Cloud Sculpt out. Doesn't really help us, but we can Lost in Space their Vanguard Trooper when they don't see that coming. I wish we had 1 more mana so we could warp that out and Cloud Sculpt. We're going to just keep playing islands so they don't really know what our deal is. And we attack. Because we're going to Lost in Space their Vanguard Trooper. We'll take 1 from their Hull Carver. We'll scry, hopefully getting whatever land on top of our library is there off of it. Nope, we've got a Red Tiger Mechan. That's fine with me. They've got an Umbral Caller Zealot. So this gets bigger whenever they sacrifice something. And Faller's Faithful is there. They can kill their... And they draw again. Wow, this is very interesting play. I think we are going to go a little slower. We'll play out our Mechanozoa. Mechanozoa? No, we want to hit their 5/5. So let's... I guess let's play out the Mechan. On its own, no attack, so we've got a good blocker. Let it die if we need to. Next turn, we can Cloud Sculpt Technician and hopefully something else based on what we draw. But this way we can block a little bit more powerfully. They go right to combat. I see your games. you rogue. Faller's Faithful. Let's block with the Cloud Sculpt. We have another in hand. It's fine if we lose it. Yep. We're doing fine. Does pump up their Evangel, but I don't mind that. And they can't sacrifice their Umbral Caller or Zealot to itself. They play out their 5/5? Yes, they do. Well, we have a 5/5 as well. We're not afraid of them. Actually, let's do this. Let's warp it in. Tap theirs down. Attack. In the air. And then play our other Cloud Sculpt Technician. I'm not very hopeful here. They are a very aggressive deck. I mean, an aggressive player. I think they... I'm definitely getting vibes from them that this is the kind of person I would really enjoy playing Cube with. So they can eat two of our... No, only one of our creatures if we double block. So let's double block. Let's force them to trade two of their creatures for both of ours, or one of ours. We've got good toughness. Maybe they'll just trade the Evangel for the Mechan. That's fine with me too. Do they eat the Comet Crawler? If they do, they lose their lifelink. Sounds good. They surveil into the graveyard. They lose a 1/1 or a 1/2. Yep, sounds good to me. We still have a flyer, and that is fine. And now they don't have two tapped creatures. What do we have in hand? Chalice, Corral of the Void. When it attacks, put target creature card from my graveyard? And then at the instep, okay. It seems a little rude, taking things out of my graveyard. But it is what it is. We're going to attack. Will they sacrifice their Umbral Colored Zealot? No, they will not. We'll play the Mechanizoa. And keep their Vault Guard Trooper tapped down. We'll also play out this Steel Swarm Operator. Because it doesn't... We don't really need more mana, but we don't mind something else in the air. So, Swarm Color. Do they... Okay. Oh, what happens here? Sacrifice it. I'll take 3. And they lose their Corral. I believe. Right? No, they can sacrifice. Yeah, okay. And then, what does this do for them? When it attacks, it can steal one of the things from my graveyard. It's a shame. And I have some things in my graveyard. Okay, and they draw 2. Alright, but we can kill ship it. And that's pretty alright too. Let's swing in with everything. What is that? 11 damage? Puts them at 1. Kill ship. Kills their trooper. They lose their Corral. They do get their Surveil. That's fine. They've got 3 cards in hand, 7 mana. Aw, good game, Super Friends. That really was good. Yeah, I would have been fine losing that game because that was the best game we've had this draft. I really enjoyed that. Thank you, Super Friends, for the game. All right. Well, we're going into Game 7, I guess. Or, no, Game 6. Yeah, and we got our 3 wins. So this is all we really needed in order to feel like we at least broke even. But we're going into Game 6 now. Rob the Flash. Do not rob the Flash. He's got his own problems. Alright, we can Nutrient Block. We can play on Curve. Let's do it. Final Fantasy stuff. Ooh, playing against black. All right, we'll play a 1/1 flyer. Get in a moment, I guess. Let's open the window for a moment. That's nice. Ooh, they're also Rakdos. Okay. We may need to go fast. Sunset Saboteur. Oh, it's this thing. This thing is crazy. Ward, discard a card. Rough. Well, I'm fine with it. We're going to command bridge, tap down our nutrient block. We will attack. And we can Disculpting Blast when they attack and just throw away one of our islands. That will at least slow them down a little bit. Maybe they play a creature first, so they have to wait to get their Saboteur back. Sunset Saboteur is a great card. Aha, Skittermaw. Pretty okay. Now, it will get a counter if we get rid of this thing. But that's okay with me. Yes, we will pay the ward. A little bit of tempo here. And now we have a Wind Drake where we only had essentially a Thopter before. So playing this. Do we bring this out now? I say why not? Just to spread our damage around a little bit and keep it going. Got to be a little aggro. That is what the archetype is for Izzet. All right, do they play their 4/1 Menace again? Sunset Saboteur. I had this at the pre-release, I believe. I think I played Demir, and I had this as one of my rares, and it was great. All right, Melted Moxite. They will discard. They can't crack it to get the Void trigger. They threw away their Saboteur. Okay. Ooh, Depressurized. All right. That's fair. Kind of glad I put the Light Jammer on my token then. They attack with the 3/3, but I'm going to crack this Nutrient block and go ahead and gain the 3 back and draw a card. Maybe that will help us. Cloud Sculpt Technician. Pretty all right. Their creature gets a little bigger. We attack. Just to be attacking. Play the Technician. Pass the turn. We're going to go to 16 this turn, it appears. They've got a full grip, though, basically. Not quite full. And the tide can certainly turn on us. We need another 4 turns to kill them with what we have. Ooh. We're going to take 6 here. It's not great. Full bore. Ooh, wow. We're going to take a lot more than 6. That's crazy. Okay. Take 13. Ooh. They play a Prospector as well. Put a counter on it. Wow. That was a lot of malarkey. Well, let's... So that's got Menace, so we've got to do something to stop it somehow. I think we do this. I think we had just attacked with our little token. We'll play this Mechan, and we'll eat the token. Because we can always use that artifact, that equipment on something else. We'll put this here to spread it around a little bit. We've got Menon. I'm not 100% convinced that Menon is going to be a useful play for us next turn, but right now we can at least kill the Skittermaw. Unless they've got another crazy pump, like play the Beckoner again. Even with that, we can kill the Skittermaw, but then the Skittermaw comes back because of the Beckoner. Woof. This may be our last game, and if it is, that's okay. Rob the Flash, you are crafty. Alright, play the Skittermaw, or attack with the Skittermaw. I'm sure you have some trickery. So this may be 2 for 2ing us, but we lose our whole board, and you've got your Beamsaw Prospector. Or it's not. Okay, we didn't even take any damage on our Mechan. Interceptor Mechan, what is this? When it enters, return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Wow. And then void, put a counter on it. Well, we're going to Menon. And we're going to Cloud Sculpt. And we're going to attack with this Cellcraft. They get their Prospector gone, and they get a Lander token, which I think is fine because that means maybe they spend their mana cracking the Lander rather than using it to replay the Perigee Beckoner. Luckily, we can kill their Interceptor Mechan, at least at present, if we want to sacrifice our Menon. They Embrace Oblivion, that's okay. We can't even block it now, we go to 4. Or we go to 2 if they play the Perigee Beckoner on the Mechan first, which is what we'll do. Okay, they play the Skittermaw instead. So we get a 4. I think that's better. We have the ability to do good things. We're going to see if any of our good things are worth doing. Sure would like another creature. That's not what another creature. I don't know that this is the end of it for us, but it sure doesn't look good. So we equip the Light Jammer. We can block their flyer, but then we can't block the Skittermaw. And if they play the Perigee Beckoner, then we have to block their flyer. Oh, Skittermaw. And that's it. Good game. Can't block either way. We just lose. We will. Oh, you're welcome. Good game, Rob the Flash. We'll give you a Happy Hedron. All right, that was a good game too. Rakdos is dangerous if they've got some rares to support it. These last 2 games were very good. All right, well, we went 3-3. That is sort of the, again, I'm satisfied even if I go 0-3 because Magic is fun. But this way we got to play a lot of games. We broke even in terms of our wins and losses. Sort of the minimum we can hope for if we're hoping to break even. So let's see if we get a bonus pack. We don't, that's okay. We got what we were promised, and we had a good time. So thanks for watching, everyone. Again, check the video's description for links to my other decks, especially my Commander decks for Edge of Eternities. Make sure to like and subscribe, and remember, Magic is fun. You should play more Magic.